ho enso nkomo ora kwabena edubo ahe krata odi akoba atari general akoko sense bi ho ayemie so na enso ahwe ya mu pia no a obeyi nsem wadi ama nsem obobo so no manfo busa se Ghana masika say ye de bi wura me ahodo pii ni nyina ebenya bre na ya ka ho asem ye sha se free Vatican, the seat of the Pope. Enche bia na Pope Francis ye oda Roman Catholic asafo no no nyame eto nsa efre no na omoye ho ayi nyina wie na otwetwe mu no e na omo share se awo se asafo pon ye Roman Catholic asafo no me from cardinals omuhia na omo to aba eyi nipa foforo eno nti se de enhye no te no enura enom kuhia o asodan kese baako a ewo Vatican e from the 16 Chapel eho ena se Pope akonya no to a omo nyina cardinals asofo no kuhia na omato aba yi omu baako na asofo no ekoto aba no emra no chese wo ye cardinal na wanya mfie de wotwe ekra aburu mfie de wotwe a ontumi nto aba no bi iti omo nya mfie de wotwe no omo na nya akwan ya ontumi koto aba no bi asofo pon ye koto aba na omo ye oha aduasa miensa 133 enra omo to aba no baako enwumere be no nson omo to wie ye no enkra ba ya chese obia ntimi ani nkunim so he cardinal sleeper head aduasa miensa no a ye to a wa obetime ye Pope amaye no also wonya nchemu miensa mobu pamienu ye 2/3 majority it 133 no also wonya cardinals e de otwenkro 89 e de to abama wo ansa na watimi abeye Pope amaye eno omoto ye no obi anya sa ama no na se de amamerete no so omoto na obi anya sa ama no a na ballot papers nyina omo de aduro bi agum na omo ahye nusie no yetum de nusie tum no pie e wo edan no apampemu a na chese abana yeto ye no emfua entimi anya Pope bia yeyi no dinura o manya obi a o hyenusie tuntum ena o be ye se ne o meto aso ne na no pay no o moto abano mpre no o moto de o moto mienu anopa no o moto mienu ni nyina awie no nusie pie no na e tuntum ye kire se o munyanya Pope bia na awie be no miensa no na ebre no so okono ena beto jasa fedie enwusie free chimney asoda no abrosan no adano apampam nwusie na apie no eye fita se wusie no pie na fita na tsa fedie o mato aba na wie ama omotimanya Pope fofora obeda Roma safono ano na de abeto dwa kire se abato no kwa awie no cardinal so for ba kwa ni chifri America memu ye fe no Robert Prevost wonya mfie dusia enkro 69 years wono ena omato obayi no se Pope oyebeye Pope ase de Roman for no ka no obeye Pope otoso ahanu edusia nson 267th occupant of the throne of the Pope na ebeka no ho abasem kokosem kakra say the Roman mamre no etie no wono ena yede na begina balcony abosana pampam St Peter's Basilica ho be bia Pope etabo mass e de chire di pampem no ni din pa ye Robert Prevost nemo wo betra Pope akonya no so a wo fa Pope fo no ma abesen kro no omumu ba akudin se de udi akonya wo Ghana ha unyankonwa din no ha enti Pope ya wa bei the din pa de Robert Prevost nemo ni konwa di a wafa no Pope Leo ya otoso edunai Pope Leo the 14th Pope Leo Pope bia ne ho abakosem se meka se meka enye asempeto akra semu afa no ho no edoso na daje ma ye kwan enwumre ema ye nka ni nyina ne me yakoni enkotie ebra ombeyi ne kire ye no se omuyi Pope foforo ne de begina abrosana pampemu a na otwetwefo na okasamafo ma Vatican no waka se habemus papam let's say we have a Pope. It wasn't better or habemus papam no and the nipa baye empim edunum ye almost in Peter's Basilica hono omuna aboji so ye na Pope Leo ye otoso du nan okasa ye nkonkotie de si ho brene omuye Pope yi ede no kire Mekasa na ama. Mekasa na ama. Oh. Akachipa. Right. We aye Populio the 14th. Populio tosudunai. Wono ene brene omo no echreye enso eno no. Na yehwe ne ho abakwasem kakra. Me so ma me ne profile no. Wanya mfie adusia nan se de medical enso aka no. Populio yi the din pa de Robert Prevost. No wono September ebobosmeda ye toso edu and 14th September 1955 e Chicago, Illinois, ye wo America memo. Eho ena owo no. Na ninchi pa ne fa free Italy, ne fa free we Spanish kakra ena ne fa so French so kakra. Na oyobia school de wakobi. So we Roma safro omo hye mu a so betimi afemu a be bishop, archbishop, wa be cardinal, na be pope wedi a so ko school. So usua de pa nko akiri de a ene untimi nya akoye no be ni. The first degree ye okoye university no BSc in mathematics. Mathematics and Kunta or Bimu pa Villanova University ho and 1977 and a we free one or Master of Divinity, master degree, say obedi software. Course with divinity air software school, our Catholic Theological Union, our Chicago, America memo. Free one and a sanso toa so echo room. Now acquire licentiate and doctorate in canon law. Pontifical University of St. Thomas Aquinas, our room. Ti o se o person could di Roman father o kwaso of din Ghana ha your seminary ha we abeka akoto so bi o Rome na wa ye ni nyina ka ho kopem se ye be frɛ na so abaye Roman father ama ayeye na owie ye no obedi Roman father ewo Roman asafo no mu ewo America memo na esoma na ma ne ko Peru ho nso okoye adwuma kakra ewo ho na odidimudidimo a na akire wode eba Rome and Vatican. Na so here na bakosemo a obeye cardinal no enche kra. Pope Francis ya wetwemu ekre na opena sempa. Obi a na otano no edin kita ho no bi a woye bia no opani ebe no fisebra na owo America mem no kwane e fa so celebrity bishop. Celebrity obi mo obeye archbishop ni nyina no penifo ye tusa na mo no wona ne dimo enso akotenti 2023 was mfie mienu mu ani na Pope Francis epeja Cardinal Robert Prevost na oye archbishop abaye ne cardinal nti obaye cardinal no fie mienu pepepe nie na watimi nso na mu a enne Roman Catholic asofo mu abrempon ha dia Samuel Sanko hia no omato obayi no nokro mo say we the bredi kan a omayi pope efri America memo in fact we pope a omabese kro nyina omo nyina free Europe memo Pope Francis obese ko yenko a na nchi efri Argentina on akani na Europe for ebi ofri Italy or Spain, Portugal. They say Roman Catholic somno e Europe pa e na agi hini. Your amanto mako be do e Europe memoir. Spain, Portugal, England, Germany, France nom e hopa na Roma somno ansana etre akọ Latin America, eco Asia na ebi ba ebi memu. Pope Francis every Argentina and obedi pope akonya no for the first time ye nyu bi a free Europe mem and the bredi council ni and omanya pope ya ono nso ni nchi efri America memu na do no wa kwan senka Ghana Cardinal Peter Kojo Appiah Texan e ba na manfo so obetimi edi e bra Pope Benedict ja akonya no to ho no na Cardinal Kojo Appiah Texan na owumpa bi se bia omkoto aba no a obetimi anya so moto e wanya na Pope Francis mum enyaye we su baye na manfo ka so bia na ebe ni bredi kan a obibini ebetimi abeda Roman Catholic asafo no ano but me de me kan se enya adwuma abrofo no ntoma no da se won begi atum se bibini pa me pope no me da Roman Catholic asafo no wi ase nyina video ba ko ende me hwe na arre hokra na prefect ya odaka na asna no o chiachia cardinals nyina oduru bia ho a na wahage no na fro ho bonkunu nifa oduru bibini cardinal ya ono fridi ya Congo memu wahage na fro ho ɛna ɔno gyina odi nkɔmɔ kakra bi no twɛn mu kɔɛ nti na sɛ the Ghana fo no bi ka so wasa adeɛ na ɛba Ghana it is coming home wasa sɛ wadwe ɔsa aboa nti sakra aborɔfo no ni adwene bi asɛ ɔmbɛyi bibini sɛ pope a ɔna ɛbɛda Roman Catholic asafo no ano but America ni ɛna abɛyɛ the pope the 267th pope Donald Trump ma have Donald Trump mfoni no last week ebeto dwa sɛ wo mo ba beto abɛyi na no dwa de kodenya ne ya na AI artificial intelligence ye design pope akonwa ne che na cassock na tare che ne cross nyina ya Donald Trump ene tewa ama ne saso e de se pope na man for se Donald Trump na akoye sa ade se onyaye ananko go wa tro no bi atwa mu se I want to be a pope nti ehon se ba chi Trump so onim ho hwe obi ne design no campaign bi na Donald Trump na was he campaigning no campaign ama cardinal say for America no say omumba akobetima be pope ana fi say de Donald Trump ye mfoni ye na signify bibi kire bibi say pope a oba no obefiri America memo your symbolic language so symbolic language a ena be wo hu a omfa na tra sa akwa sa mfoni we baye na bi hu ye no ka bibi kire me say ahwe yi a de ombeyi no say pope no obefiri America memo inti e baye na pope omeyi no free America memo no it confirmed my suspicion de na me gidie no ebem so usua se do msi ye omo ne ma obohunu se de na friends say Donald Trump oye no nya so oye bibi hunu bi akwa na he was conveying a message na o kan sembi se bia na o de campaign say so spiritually and na oye bibi kire se pope akonwa no e bra so se wo se America ni e na etena so ana de ne e ba ye se Cardinal Robert Prevost or no from America memo but pope akonya so no Donald Trump said ni age pa say America man penifo abesin kro nyina no ono na breso e na America ni abeye pope obeda Roma asafo nyina no wo hwe kwan say nche bia pope beba fie obeba America memo na on na ka bom. There is a prophecy about the seat of the pope and that of America. Yeah, if we are sebeko wie no ebebem if we are say economic bibia power do no a ekura America man ena esum tumi ni nyina so ekuta the Vatican the pope this are amami no eka bomu a the bi on be directive we ase se emfa ewo we ase amanyosem sikasem eni bibia mu no sa pepepe na ekọ so pope for America memo na Donald Trump enso aye sa symbol we dia bay e ka bibi kire se bibi na ABC ana nti we ne kakra wo se uhunu nyame ya do kira no pa no ye de chichimu a aka nyina ebeto so na uhunu. So the Catholic Church has a new pope, Robert Prevost, now known as Pope Leo the 14th wono na oda Roma asafo no ano ye ma no etinkwa afeye friwe na ye mrafi Yeba Ghana amanyosemu. Ede bedi nkomo e de former His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ono so obetena omeya konya kese so no wadi na mako oha aduonu 120 days na ono a bodometri abone kokoso akase amaya de niema me share ho bono de emudodo no ano matimi aye na yenko tie mampani John Dramani Mahama ensemu a waka ne bi de wi ana opposition for de omo kanso ye de atoaso.
The flagship program, 24-hour economy, also known as 133. It is rich to hear the president tell us in Sona that the flagship projects, the flagship program, 24-hour economy, also known as 133, one job, three shifts, would find space in the 2025 budgets. That is what the president told us, that Dr. Forson, his finance minister, will pronounce on the 24-hour economy. But what did we hear? Another matricle. When Dr. Forson appeared before the House with a budget statement, no mention was made of the 24-hour economy, their own famous flagship program. What Dr. Forson promised us was that, the 24-hour economy is being considered. And yesterday, as typical of them, They have inaugurated another committee. They said there's another committee responsible for enacting the 24-hour economy. Hey, President Mahama. Hey, President Mahama. Hey, President Mahama. About saying 24-hour economy at Tonsium. You promised that you were going to create the enabling environment for businesses to thrive. This should find space in your first year budget. If you really mean business, in your first year budget, that should feature. The government has failed us. Now it is rich to hear the president tell us in Sona that the flagship projects, the flagship program, 24-hour economy, also known as 133, one job, 3 shifts, would find space in the 2025 budgets. That is what the president told us. That Dr. Forson, his finance minister, will pronounce on the 24-hour economy. But what did we hear? Another matricle. When Dr. Forson appeared before the House with a budget statement, no mention was made of the 24-hour economy, their own famous flagship program. What Dr. Forson promised us was that, the 24-hour economy is being considered. And yesterday, as typical of them, they have inaugurated another committee. They said there's another committee responsible for enacting the 24-hour economy. Hey, President Mahama. Hey, President Mahama. Hey, President Mahama. About saying 24-hour economy at Tonsium. You promised that you were going to create the enabling environment for businesses to thrive. This should.
Okay, we are finishing marking there. Okay, you can't go see Omampeni John Dramani Mahama. Or no, any decay Kasaye. If I 120 days in home, and son, I finish marking the Eba. Listen to what the president said yesterday.
Hardship and ease the high cost of doing business. I promise to scrap the e-levy, the COVID levy, the 10% levy on bet winnings, and the emissions levy within my first 90 days in office. These tax expenditure measures were central to our 2025 budget statement. On April 2nd, 2025, I signed several bills into law, including the Electronic Transfer Levy e-levy repeal bill 2025, the emissions levy repeal bill, and the betting tax. We have delivered on 3 of these 4 specific tax repeals as promised. The COVID levy has intricate linkages to the existing IMF program. As a value-added tax, we have agreed with our multilateral partners to include it in our overall VAT rationalization exercise that is scheduled for September this year. We've significantly exceeded our 120-day promises regarding overall tax reform by enacting other critical bills such as the Value-Added Tax Amendment Bill, the Income Tax Amendment Bill, the removal of VAT on motor vehicles, the Public Financial Management Bill, the Growth and Sustainability Levy Act, the Earmarked Funds Capping and Realignment Bill, the Gold Board Bill, the Energy Sector Levy Bill, and the Petroleum Revenue.
Right, we and Sebo Mampeni John Dramani Mahama the first 120 days in office no ebi enie. Bayanko tie afenyo marking asemwa ononso kae or say seed na aye strong Ghana man seed ka seed no say aye kama pa na ho de ne kosro or say enye Ghana MPP NDC amanyuku no enhye pa bi omo aye enti na amaye saa nemom ewiase adwamanso de ekoso ho no e na ama dollar no ekofom to bi ka say aba na aye ade a entisa enti de okae.
They themselves are undertaking some false praise and making some claims. They claim that the city is strong because of the government's effort. I am a businessman. I will be happy any day if our local currency is strong, because that would help grow the business of Ghanaians, including me, who is a private sector player. But that is not the case. In this government administration, we know, all they know is deceit. They are claiming credit for what they have not achieved. We know on the global stage, the US dollar itself is having its own challenges. Recently, the ICE US dollar index, measuring the dollar strength against a basket of major currencies, indicated that the US dollar has slipped below 100 as market rule from rising sell America sentiment. The dollar is weakening not because the cedi is strong, but because investors are losing faith in the greenback itself. So this is not an NDC miracle. This is a global monetary turbulence. This is currency recalibration on a planetary scale. So I'm telling the finance minister, go and pay the suppliers.
Waiting somewhere, minority leader, Onyamfo Alexander Fenyomakin, Wade and so eto Iga. For again, Sherry 0551 599 933 0551 599 933. So now you need a home and come and then and so enumere. I was a four minimum edit or more at Sanse enumere and check the baby one more day and so at the atre. Now and so we'll go up on your day home and so and come. Honorable Ambrose. Amo Ashia Oha, or a former DC Upper Dentra West, and a member of National Communication Team of the NDC, but is also a lecturer at Kumasi Technical University, Oha. Sarah Ensona Unyamfo and Tim Chumesi Kweku, child friend of NTK for short, former vice chairperson, NPP, a Joso constituency, one also Ajineja, Ya Ibidin Komo and Enyumre. I was asking free on Abu Asiaho. Honorable, Agaba. Now, who are there?
My papa Banti, Maniaji.
Papa Bao.
My papa
Bibi.
Oh, Bibi, I come over.
I see.
Fantastic. I'm papa manager, but Bibi, I come. Bibi, I come over. I'm a Ghana head dead.
Okay. Jamai. Agaba. Now, who are there? Great. She I na che. Chama, ona go say aba fafa aba o.
E je mo nyum ya adwen.
Did na cement why e dey.
I said na papa na abanti na cement why dey. But cement je dey bito, is a hot commodity, is a cement no ton 200 Ghana ko bi beto. Yeah. That tells you the state in which we find ourselves. It's in our papa by here.
Right, but I say. My call honorable. Say, who's our Santa Region? Say the MMDC, no, say in Aba.
Oh, in Aba, Yamiadum.
How did you see the list?
Come up. One who say, your man penny to me now, upon be. Diama nipadom bi se omunyine mu no muntu ana mo a de empuntuo beba omo empesuaso enti yenta mampanyina chi na adwuma odi ama mrantie ne maba we omuntimi emfanye mfamoa empeso ahodo no ofoma mi fa konya we na menchia menu azuba
Kinzuba.
Baby obi am man good evening.
Raw ba.
Yeah. Na menchia menu regional minister Dr. Mwakohini. Any NDC for Ashanti region, any central region, any upper Dencha West here, me free ni nyina.
No ka say umpebio.
Oh no, say medical catch say DC there.
Umpebio.
Debi enya dia me DC.
Konyono so tra SO.
Oh, enya sa madwen kire me say die metumi na maye no afoforo so ento aso.
Asa na ka bitumi akwa another time.
Oh, nka metumi akwa another time. Enso sabi say nipa bebre ni don bebre na wan DC amanyo ko mu upper Dencha West. Enti omoto asfo omoto an ne pa ma baba ye ne so a ofa bibia be kama enti ayo boko sa ofa
right that's it Jamai Let's buy it. To say.
Oh, you are in it.
Oh, I never some more accounts or more
Well, pressure woman has a good to see this idea. Enough. Now, yeah, listen to the Sabi, a job, Yabidu. Yanko for you, Sonia, Yen, you are no more enough for Sadio Kazuba. Kinzuba, I am a classmate to Chubakudia. Okay, 11. Aha, and Zuba, dear. Now you heard him say, came in. But the man and said, I mean, we wish him all the best. Me call friends so now, Nipa Bakus, I would dear. Aha, on ya boni di offense until you say, and I fear you are more camel. Yeah, these are all guys as Asukwa. A new manager, you do Brumuka. It is a Nakonia Bama, now, if your best assembly members said, you are your man manager. Of our idea and this in the end of Abonidi. It is a trim time. Yes, over. We are crying from why do you have to dinner? What did he say? And you did a board dinner to Abama and Afi, a banner service and one candy as a banner. Or the amount was a bit I cannot change you and I, or the as I do, I said, don't know which I could be, because I can't.
Right, tell me that's it. Now, Viemra, you have 120 days social contracts. Your man, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, on a Ghana for Nora Uti and Kunta Ubuya, or Buboni, maybe at Wetimia, so to a GD say, I dear. There are pools. If you are scored on 72, if you are scored on 50, if you are scored on 52, we are the orca. You, as a member of NDC, are you proud? What a poor say, a near my by now, you know,
of a mammy Sancha, her for near tea for you. Of a mirror female part of crowd can be good. Oh, yes. What a man Colana to ya, bro. So meet me as an aqua fiber, no problem. Offer the old man Penny John Dramani Mamma near NDC, I know a charade about Cope. A cherepe say NDC Manucuni, His Excellency John Dramani Mamma. Uji India, a yard, a ye. Maybe between more Ghana Hank or 4 GD war a manual, some formuno a pie. A pie, a tresse, a benyam, penny to send an alcove the neighbor me on tiny chia. Now, or Monfano cre, any a boo and magana for Mojumo Moyenu. Into a bedroom will be a Ubusa Babunubia or say, a man your cool for your papa, your yam and your cool for me. Then so man penny John Dramani Mamma, and ne watch Ghana New Year's Fanyana for say ye Ginny dear. Ye isan say wakanokre ena amanyosem so edimpuntu ani yo ena bre wo mu a omoto aba. And essentially politics and elections are about results, and this is what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has amply demonstrated. Offer bra ye be kwakoto aba no ye gina simpie so kire Ghana for say omonya ye mwa na nioma bia ye kuru kire egu krata so no ye ba yentimi mfanya adwuma na emwa Ghana fo mfiri ahokere ohia ene atete a na omuwom ansana ye kwa akoto aba no ye ka social contractor offer ye ka apamo a aban ene nipa dodo bi ehhehye sene be ya aban ne bedi so na de nipa ne pe no ode ama won enti ohwe bibiti se ye friend say Thomas Hobbes ne John Locke so munyina ka social contract ho asem na ya to aba wie ye beto aba ne di kan ka kire Ghana for say nafu amakomakon wa ha ne aduonu a ewe yanim no ye wo nneoma amakomakon aduonu num ana 25 bia ye beye ama Ghana agina ne naso ansa na yetu anamon akoyanim aye nneoma aka ne aka ho no over ejabo ejanya beduru sabe wodi akoko rade mo ono ana beda 121 days na ba bedu na enyoman yabu hu akonta ofa bibia kire pefe se omampanyi John Dramani Mahama nyoma odigu apno so for 121 days no senye ni nyina mpo ni wadi so a wadi bebiri na so yenua no mu a omoka de omoka te se yenua afanyuma akens ne nsema no wokan die omode ne ye nimde ne ntiase a omunni ewo promises ayema for 120 days enti yebeto yeboni a kirekire omumu enti so omunni mu a nya de a yebe ka empire ewo machi esan say omunim die ewo promises no ho no na ewo form over the edikan na afenyo markings ka ye overarching campaign policy na ye the 24-hour economy Of the kind is say 24-hour economy no ebeboa ama adwuma aba na production and na productivity ni me no nya de kro yetimi ahwe ama na kosoro ama mabunu a adwuma ho akwa atwe amom no mo so atimi anya bi aye na enye no nko ana ne yede ehwe se adwuma beba ama mabunu one of the ways and I say one of the key planks of matters in respect of employment when it came to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the campaign. Ofa me no kasa sesi aban we eguso a ye draft the friend necessary legal amendments na 24-hour economy no etumi ya take off. Ofa ne ba ya adwen se Ghana ha ye wo sesi no emremu no ye adwuma don hre makoma nwotwe. Ukan Labor Act no a ye hye adwuma se anopa no nwotwe ana no nwotwe apam ne awie anwumire. Ana atam bi obi abɛhyɛ asie bia no emra no kyerɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɔyɛ adwuma dɔhwere maako nwɔtwe ansa ne atuanika enti sɛ yɛse yɛbɛyɛ 24-hour economy a edi kan ɛwɔ sɛ emra a ɛbɔ adwuma ho ban wɔ Ghana ha no yɛsesam ɔfa me no kasa sisi ani sɛ enti deɛ ɛfrɛ no Labor Bill Amendment ɛne Ghana Investment Promotion Center because ɔmo nyinaa bɛboa ɔmo bills no me no kasa ɛwɔ cabinet for doso msene ye beya 24-hour economy no parliament ba sa bill no be call parliament e mo ma hwem ama ho hyehyɛ no atumi akɔ anim ofa enu mponso firi ho a enwumenwume bi a eye aban adwuma e wo Ghana ha sesi a no a kyerɛ pepa se 24-hour economy no omo de ne o ma egu akwam no o ma hyɛ ase enti wo hwɛ Ministry of Foreign Affairs a o ma launch 24-hour economy passport service a o mu use sesi a and a DVLA for also SC 24-hour economy officer. A 7th May ya no mu be sa office na no and also eba be hyase. And a youth employment graduates in corporate support. Graduates ya do omko companies a hodo ne ho keka ho no makwa 24-hour economy no enche bia omo so ebe hyase. And a Ministry of Interior and Ghana Police Service account mutiawa ho say. Police fo be bie their friend 24-hour economy police unit. Esan say see ebie 24-hour economy na nkofo ayedwuma anajo ene okeka ho a e wo say police for e provide bambo eno ye dikan e ka ho asem endi offer say afenyo markets ke kan ne nsem no ana okeka say 24-hour economy no atonsuom ene okeka ho a na onte ase esan say se ya ade a ebe me ase samra na parliament se si ampo o montra ase nya ade a betumi a kire say ye ba ye no ano mbofiri mu ano ne ya hya ase offer na me ka kire nkofo say edua atia emfie nwotwe no yemfa bosome nan entene no ena namo a apron so sebe ye ho no nyansa ne abotrem endi se wantimi amfa bibisa ama emfie nwotwe na aban bia ba no de ba na se atonsuo mu a enya aboro asebe na ya ye bayi enti de ye ka kire MPP fu enti ase no mo aka ne se 24-hour economy no emran hye ye wo ho na ahwe de aban de agu akwan mu a enche bia ebe hye ase ema aboa Ghana fo ofa ye san so kaka ho se within the first 14 days, the cabinet list beko na parliament approve. Offer eno ye this one ye wie ni nyina ama bibia aye kama within 14 days and ye dey cabinet buy. Offer ye san so catch Ghana for say ye be hwe aban a eye kyekere bo na omo be ye adwuma ya emfa apremreka emre Ghana for. Na na kufa de ne ba mi aban ni di kan buy ni ministers so na no me 125. Of a name no can say NDC abide the ministers, need deputy ministers 56 and a year you must see. Of a V8 crown, Bakubo elbow 1 million Ghana cedis, which is around $125,000. And this and come for ministers Makumakum 125. Now year the 56 Ashasia. Sabi Obia Nenijin Kuntabu Biano, Betty as you say, ya save on my racica. What the 125, ye the 56. Ya Kolasi Ministries ama nipa bebrebe bia na mode ye adwani ni nyina no yate so de American no wan hwe ya onte ase because se ye kan nyina abomu a minister bia na okwa akobọ ne ho ka bebre ti aban we ka se obehwe se aban na ye kyekere bo na adwuma so atimi akoso nti obehwe a adwuma na akufo de ne ba mi a omo first se omo de nipa 125 ministers ni deputy ministers no me no kasa se sie nipa makoma 56 pe na ya oye neni oha bia ma ho a bibia ekokama we ye promise aye ya ekoso abibia aye kama and you can say be establish code of conduct and standards for political appointees of this government and also on the 5th of May of Flagstaff House and this year banning His Excellency John Dramani Mahama adana dia kyerɛ pɛfɛɛ sɛ ɛnneɛma a yɛakurikyerɛ agu saa policy no mu no wa woyɛ apanti wɔ aban wɔ mu biara no woma no tɔkyema a aban bɛtwe waso ebi bɛka sɛ de sɛ wei deɛ yɛnte aseɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛyɛ ahyɛnsodeɛ anaasɛ symbolic a aban no ɛda na di sɛ kɛta ahyehyɛ project kankan yɛ ne dwiri mu a na adokoro no na kufu ado ne ba mi aban no ɛnɛ nya adeɛ a ɛbɛkɔ so because you know say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama oyɛ saa ɔbɛtwe waso and the code of conduct ne nso yɛ adeɛ ɔfa yɛtu ho anamɔ yɛka sɛ yɛbɛyi covid levy yɛka sɛ yɛbɛyi e-levy yɛka sɛ yɛbɛyi levy yes yɛbɛyi covid levy I'm coming to that because I wanted to explain that separately nti yɛka sɛ yɛbɛyi covid levy yɛka sɛ yɛbɛyi betting tax yɛka sɛ yɛbɛyi e-levy ɛna emission levy deɛ ɛyɛ nwusie tax a dɛnɛ kufu ade ne ba mi aban kodi ewu aban no de baayɛ no ne nyinaa yɛyi mɛba bɛka covid levy no ho asɛm a ɛno nso meka taxes a medi kan yɛdi kan ayɛ ɛne yɛka sɛ yɛbɛ review taxes and levies on the import of vehicles and other equipment into the country ɛno aban gu so a committee etu ho anamɔ sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a bibia nso ebetumi ayɛ kama ɛne yɛka sɛ yɛbɛ establish an accelerated export development council sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ebetumi de nneɛma akɔ amanɔne ama ɔman no enye sika na production ne nneɛma nyinaa akɔ soro ɛno nso ɔmanpanyini aswear in ɔmo a etu ho anamɔ no 5th May a etwa mi ɛne yɛka sɛ yɛbɛsan so a commission a national consultative conference na yɛdi education ho nkɔmmɔ ɔfɛ no nso ne mbɛyɛ adwene sɛ saa conference no ɛtumi akɔ so a minister Haruna Iddrisu nneɛma ɛwɔ mu no bi no aban no implement na bibia nso ɛtumi akɔ so yɛka sɛ yɛbɛ implement no academic fee policy for all first year students in public tertiary institutions ɔfɛ nyame adom ɛno nso ayɛ anamɔ a yɛtu a sɛsi a ɔmo adi kan atua sa sika no register with student loan trust fund sɛnɛ ɛbɛyɛ ɔmo adi kan tua sika no because ɔmo tua sika na aban we na ne nan enya ntintim yie ɔmo atua no aban asan atua ɔmo sika
de wonya ntua ma ɔmo afei na
yes yenya ntua ma ɔmo but aban adi sika ɛyɛ yɛfrɛ ne sɛ nkwara a ɔmo dodo 156,000 nyina na ayɛ ɛna aban di sika ɛyɛ 450 million Ghana cedis ato hɔ sɛ yɛde tua sɛ nti sɛ sika ne da hɔ a ɔmo nyinaa register wie a for the purposes of accountability no yɛbɛ refund ɔmo nyinaa sika ɛde ama ɔmo offer ɛna yɛsan so ka sɛ tertiary education so sabi ɔmo a ɔmo adi dɛm ne ɔmo keka ho ne nyinaa nso no saa nkɔfoɔ no nso yɛbɛhwɛ ne yɛtua ɔmo fees de ama ɔmo no nso aban atwa sika ɛde ato hɔ a bibia nso ɛkɔ so kama yɛka women's development bank yɛ provide seed money a ɛno nso ɛho hyehyɛeɛ ɛne bibia ɛkɔ so
ɛno sɛ sika ne so
dabi ɔfa se yɛka you see ɔmo a ɛka saa no ɛnte aseɛ ɔfa wei nyɛ commercial bank where your development bank and the more refit say aban obie bank a enye chinchina say aban no won fa sika enhye bank ni mu
no ba o mine no mra no che say we here a certain minimum capital of 400 million this aban na bie bank na want me emiti sa threshold na
over asema make want ya say me say ye twa sika ye de hye saa nhyehyeye no ase
it has not been established yet. Process can be enough.
No. Say, you did share any idea, Shassi. And the one more, almost say, I know ye seed money no me who a kind of fast or more arrival at that conclusion. So, I say, we establish a banker. I was say, we hear preparatory work, baby, and what me ashe, Sa bank and asset. And yes,
so
okay.
What that means is, says you can no, so the preparatory work there. Yes, can with him the amount for.
There be offer na home yibo aban we wo 4 years ya wo ba bedi wo ba ye ne 4th month mu no we and was we person we women's development bank within the 4-year period wo twa sika to hɔ a ye de ya homboabo na ye de ahya ase offer ma dwen kirem say ya de a enam kwam ana BBC kwan wo ho bibia nsi kwan sa and those who are saying say seed money ni so ano I have a belief that they are just jumping the gun omuntu omubo ase aban no wonfie 9 4 years in so women's development bank na ne aye san hye no over ya over mpacho me ba no just 1 minute mpacho me ba over adwumawura eno so ada ne ye pa hontuma ye friend assembly ho ha eno so startups enwuma hodo mako 10,000 ba be hya ase na ye na mu be 2,000 aban amom sika na omo de aye adwuma ye ma 25 promises wohwemu asa 25 promises no emu han chiche mu be se aduosun mienu die abanwe awia ni nyina ekoso because omo eka se omo hu hwe no ofa se policy kura o she policy bia ase a e wo se enyini kwa anim kakra ansa na ohu se sa policy no ade a aso aba enti Se o de san fie na we toto na Akufo Addo ne ba miam fie bosome miensa bosome nan ana se enum adi kan ba ye no a na o de we toto ho a yate asempa e ya de a emu odu pe ozo man panyi John Dramani mama ne NDC offer ye bo ma ba so san se e ni kasem
right
mesa ba de aka ne su bi
ya ba su bi ma obre pa ma
ni nyina su bi offer
right that's
chairman ni aji ndi ma so was re sa chairman de
na mi tie chairman
offer
aha na ka se mu sa na bo so ko be score no na ban say
oh no say na me catch you say
on a boy lecturer now best score by no say
no ya ka say 72%
good
based on the
and one me pay that's
what I say offer pledges no emu 18
and your pledges me say over score say 72
na me chiri say o say me
there be some over say
there be over me there in progress no 7 emu 18 ya wie ni nyina pepe
good I get that but I just wanted
that's okay and ya bom money and offer o bon say mine
be A and A plus
oh one say schools no be
okay oh take 72 year A
I those days I only go na 70
I call keep close there 18 A
and school be an school be an
Cape Coast University 72 year B and you B plus right so you're 75 easy German what can I say mo minority that say I am don for that me sa na ho no
offer me da sibium na benchami of Kabranya ko hwe
okay
na afiantic ventures adwuma efo nyina obi bia che obi bia na afi bia me nua atakofi offer quite frankly me share mama first 120 days na make say much ado about nothing
fantastic
nothing was done just obviously gimmicks no and mama dear they be make say we a master of deception so 120 days of doom so practically and of amu testify say the first 120 days in there can you say ko bani so they measure no no say the avenue can na because first 120 days was over there presidential staffers and 56 ministers over you have appointed 56 ministers na bibia ntwa was say over region also deputy regional ministers yet you have appointed 16 nipa mako agudunzia omo was presidential plus have as well omo the answer they are monitoring the 16 regions 16 in charge of the 16 regions 16 presidential staffers in charge of the 16 regions of Abajo any deputy minister say no appointee and after they say been president say what na back them da say you appointing the 16 so omo the in charge of the 16 one person be per region say monitor for what enti me don for that me na say the avenue kan of omo bai yen hwe say e dey pa na e dey impact be na on Ghanaian the lives of Ghanaians. I made mention of the fact say omo bai increment in cement prices, increment in food prices. Be bien you are assessing within the first 40 days. We are talking of 24-hour economy. 24-hour economy, 24-hour economy no offer. There's minimum baby that policy in a war. Because all you need, industries are already running 24 hours. Offer we don't have 20 companies running 24-hour economy. A big night, a big day. Hey, can DBS no Coca-Cola they are already running. And if you think that there's a labor law be office officers are they abusing the labor laws? Our companies not running 24 hours already no. Yeah, by DVLA. Anytime you can go online and work with DVLA. Submit whatever you want to submit. Passport office, anytime. You can go online and do it. It's about digitization. It's not about putting people there. Maybe I do 2 a.m. and I do 3 a.m. No, there's no. It doesn't happen anywhere. Go to the United Kingdom. Go and check. Say you go vote to the office. It doesn't happen. Digitize the system. The people can stay in their homes and still do whatever they want to do. That's what Dr. Bawumia was pushing. So there's nothing like a employee conforming a bible canopa, no more 2 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock, but it's not going to happen. A 24 hours economy in there in Doomswana. And how many policemen do you have to be monitoring all these things? Because you have a 24-hour police unit. To do what? One casado, you, for instance, civilian to you, police ratio, UN recommendation, you wouldn't even meet here. Now, I say, you bring police form, my share one by your man, offer, it's not going to happen. I am a offer that me, and one of the baby. Of us, I say, same government within 120 days, the budget or the buy of our Jubilee House on Collins Coach 2.7 billion. 4 agencies in the Jubilee House, 2.7 billion. When they go for those government, a year 327 million at the court Jubilee House, Musa Munti Bida. And 120 days of chop. Create loot and share no 120 days no Jumon Bayer Yana. And I know quite a code of conduct offer. Where in the world? Anna, ultimate code of conduct for your staff and also for your appointees. Now the shame we say you can accept gifts, bribe, but not to the tune of 20, not above 20,000. Offer 7 bread. Bribe ben ya debrawa ayani ya lebu no bribe. Offer that ben obedient book omo be walebu no bribe.
The gift not bribe now.
Of course. Sort I say, and then you have set a threshold. Say, my money move 20,000. So indirectly you are telling your appointees that you can take bribes, but only say take them in installments. And our financier, it's a 100,000. Maybe energy 20. Next month, we have the 20 beba. The following might be another 20. If you cry, me prepare. Say, me buy. Next month, me pay some money. I know the 20 aba. It's what you now am 20 in quality ultimate. So you are more or less telling your appointees, say, go ahead and take bribes. So now we are Bema. Now if you say be opposite with your corruption, say you can't kind of for your own pair. It should be there categorically. Say, look, don't take anything. But not before can ankasa no di kaji kasi mi dada. Ana fa me boa. Onye kasi mi no.
So or say what do
oh fa. Na kasi no je mu dey na less than 20,000. I was set a threshold of 20,000. Say a man wrote 20,000. Into offer. Tell ni akwabi or no say be brother. Yes, odi fufu and so doctor say fufu no so. Udi say o se nto am you no. Okona ni ile twa nto aba ko odi e no ho wa me ade cha oba ne man mi no. Okoya was a kusu episode kumi ade ya was a kokabu man nye bako. So what I say, same thing. Mama said, Bible no budget. Nemo anyimum on the end of chichim. And more or less, you are telling your appointees, say, go out there and accept bribes from people. Just a money also. And Mama has done nothing. Nyema or they be so. You are talking of a bank. Say yeah, women's bank. Offer what you say 51 million Ghana cedis for women's bank. And then what you Sika 2.7 billion at the Jubilee House. And my Ghana also by bank more. Also 51 million Ghana cedis. Me Bank of Ghana say 400 billion minimum. Also bank. One can say savings and loans. And one can credit union. And one can cooperative. Also bank for women. Not 51 million. Meanwhile, communication at the Jubilee House on communication unit at the Jubilee House. Almost 70 million Ghana cedis. Well, it's in the budget. 70 million. That is a communication team at the Jubilee House on who value more than the Ghana for my also baby bank among so far a year 21 days a year 21 days. 120 days. Because nothing has changed. What happened to our cocoa farmers? What was the promise? You are talking of taxes. So I say obey a year. A COVID tax in your fuel. I feel by an who says COVID tax and 7 predators. Yanon is an and 10 times. If because it's IMF for anyone when you're on the mine. Yeah, when you were in government, you were blaming us. So COVID-19 a term, Mama on a platform. Was it a term? There's no way you should be taking COVID taxes. I feel the Obaya was in the mean to me. I feel I'm missing a make way one way. Meanwhile, you promised to take it off. Of idea, and I see what Galam say. Of idea, and I also. Omanga say in this, Omanga says 90 days. I'm saying of you. Offer is worse than before. It's the first now. Then you need to say Milo. She said the offer a afro. I graduated from Sahahono to Afro. She said the way you need offer and the people are mining within their homes. In fact, Uko mining communities be a day near a few department near to Amana. They are mining impudence. Just say, oh my yama to the sense a whole I fancy. Constituency chairman, me boss soldier for minimum catch and say what more per year. Dunga, offensive. Soldier for is among cost of say constituency chairman, no more the because who you promised, say, yeah, the baby motu. You were in the trenches, more quam, and catch almost say, yeah, the baby motu. Ain't mobile and almost say a good day and almost started. 21 days of Galam say.
You keep on saying
so I said, sorry, 120 days.
Yeah, we have stability of the cedi against the US dollar. abahin so ayade because one breast so said another dollar no dance pa logo no say a drop ya 13 point something cry and the report about come to say Ghana's currency is currently the best performing because within this short period first year be 1 month no again be 16% against the US dollar
over yegina enim echebi Donald Trump and akoka the trade war and what the taxes and yamako gunko for so and China so say any so be mafia of globally the dollar has dropped US na dollar a drop not even the dollar alone even pound sterling they are going down so what I say engineer say obi exercise bibi kitikiti bia obi anfa bibia mekan adwadie ene niam ekoso wo wiase ene America ne say bi Donald Trump ene ne nsema we kan o de Ghana grams of my 10% or so China no money ho nyina what taxes go so waka say say ene macro na abididwa enti no demand on the dollar globally no ekofom because edwadie with America no say akwaye den because of taxes e dey go imports to America and no akofa we yaba but see say na African if you're a business person you expect say dollar never conform so that you can do business with it because most of the time you do business in dollars or for you say dollar ne conform I reflected on the prices of goods and services in Ghana and American cement as a mutual offer kodwom ne converse say be brothers emo no bo so ate anwa no ne bo so ate maybe any effect bia it is say about for me oh because of the drop in the dollar ebia as said there enuane bo akofom imports enuane e kraba ne nyama de banya bo akofom there anka bia go be say ne na ade na drop yet there's no impact engine offer it is say be why am ankofom kra nka because you see even local rice as antemo offer ne bo ultimate and so na my favorite yes of course offer
Sante there no
yes ultimate ne bo den it has not, there's no impact. The Ghanaian hasn't there's no change. BBN's sign. Our Ghana ni nasitinam as they promised. It will find there obese edwadie ane ewiase ma say nyina dollar no etime aba from amobia njenye Ghana nko ana say biya magic bi ana asesa niema bibia nya asesa. NDC in 120 days did nothing for this country. The omoye the same another yankase niam mo say you can we the same thing, nothing has changed. Okay. John Dramani Mahama has done nothing different from the same John Dramani Mahama because we told you that he cannot change, he has nothing new to offer or continue to when or buy the same old style.
Okay.
Nada Ghana for okay na NDC view mo we are they say be say anwa mo nie dia fa anwa no for Ghana for na no na ni mo
right but I say Oran team Shumesi Kweku, that friend NTK, former vice chairperson, NPP, just a constituency, or also not in the Kano. Anamaja
offer just a manika Kazanka, Chairman Konya Rinka.
Say,
oh,
say the audience, Mahamadiano,
over. Let me come back to the main issues. Me tena to ama tifu hu zenin sem na okan nyina e yadro over me wo sa document we wa ha annual report on the staff position of the office of the president masenya malam ya betimi dia kirewo se malam ya yo producer na mo enti malam ya betimi dia kirewo malam ya fa kirewo annual report to parliament on staff of presidential office January to December 2021 2021 is the very last time NPP abano update Ghana for about staff near presidency. Okay. And I want to assume say the latest of the current updates no na 2021 di ene na me say me dia mama lam ya no. Offer say wo hwe sa list no political appointees nko omuwo flag staff house na omu ye adwuma sa abre no. Offer no omu nyina dodo ebro 704. Political appointees in Kwan. We will say chairman say, Obetimi aka political appointees as your more flat staff house. Say we the NIPA 404 for more than 704 question flat staff house as political appointees. Now man banyi John Dramani Mahama e fa sankofo no 30. Sisi ameno ka say ya Omanpenyi John Dramani Mahama a save Ghana for sika than 704 what they call it.
I'm say call it.
Me say 30. Say 30. Who any contrary figure over to media bank. And I may say man kasa and go nya kwan and I say go nya because clearly the facts now all money in are wrong. In the area annual report to Parliament on staff of presidential of the January to December 2021. Who political appointees be brave and ekufado FI. So we here no one reference document bia. That is a draw and a woodia ye to menya dia ebe. Ebio was say the draw ha say Ora Feliso for Sukwati in the office. Yeah, the 70 million Ghana cedis na dia ma ononkwa.
78 million.
78 million. Sadia ya chire ma but NPP for him atro 2010 bia no. You very vicarious reinforcement. Do your communication. You can't vicarious reinforcement. Asema ya atro no o kan sa kan. Say na be a man for ebeto omudu no majatu. Over there na esi. First na MPP aban mu wo the friend Ministry of Information na kojo oponkroma eda no. Sa ministry no na adwumanfo ewo mu aye adwuma nyina no mu nyina eye mako 79. Chief director account and a minister no all 2 deputies. And then Omanpenyi John Dramani Mahama save Oman Sikenti. We go sa ministry no. We create Minister of State for Government Communications or Flagstaff House. Ora Feliso Ofosukwati na da no. And a minister ba Shamima na be dey. Say nipa mienu nipa e ka mo omo ye adwuma no omo ye num 5 tu ko mo nyina abomo a 7 adwuma na nka nipa 79 eye ewo SY Ministry of Information and an Ekufado no and nipa mako 7 eye madofa de ema me hu se chairman nim ni nsem na o kan se sa sika obo odini no se wini me se sa Owura Feliso Fosukwati ni minister ameka ho asem no Ghana News Agency adwumafo eye adwuma wo ho nyina aka tua nyina sese e fa Owura Feliso Fosukwati ni office unim so se o ma eye adwuma o GBC wo mo so aka tua nyina as avented agency e fa Owura Feliso Fosukwati ni office and na Information Services Department these 3 agencies and this 78 million obo odini no e yo mo monument anasa sika ye di tu o mo ka afi baako a awa yanim nyina and this woni nim de na wonte ase a we be candidate say the menu chairman working and you do be ambusa say and the other people from can say me aya enya mo ani wu ana because busumi be say numu nsia ni mu na na mo power and na dia mo kika ye ya chairman Ghana for to aba eti anwe san say na mo hunu kotokuo na mo de kura e de asem and the sia mo me enya analysis ya eya academic who can the code of conduct na na ku for the buy code of conduct wan fa bi ama wan fa code of conduct bia ma say emwama na appointees emfa obuo ni anidie emma Ghana for wan fa bia mada and we be say Owura Kenoforiata no a key player e financial sector but obey minister anko for can conflict of interest ye ntie ewi ase na ni company data bank obukurani ma abanya omu free power no anya be 150 million Ghana cedis as a transaction advisor on the euro bonds wa na aban no age chairman wa dey chira so Omanpenyi John Dramani Mahama time say so man tan ni kan no e wit me akoso aban wi o se won ti ase so Omanpenyi John Dramani Mahama ya ma no ka mienu a ode akọ ode ache oman se oman ni a wada ne di a wama ehyen ne kanea atoso a wan fancy offer Omanpenyi na aba under 4th Republic and before that nyina ya che omo ade da ana Gaddafi wa Omanpenyi Kufuor Benz ama wanfa amko presidential pool ni mu enti e bia hunnim but president all over the world ye che omo ade o si wonti ase ma men kire wade baako cars na de baaye no eye electric vehicles NDC aban we e promote the friend no green technology of amioso say what in that and I say green energy send ye be ya e be move away from the normal fuels and I rely on vehicles are environmentally friendly empungusi no nkeka and this is a company e Ghana wo mo edi green technology cars are use electricity air bar ye di bi ebre Omanpenyi no wade acha oman no kire se ampa ye betumi ni oman na ye adwuma wade acha ma obi ehu ibusa sasa na Kufuor ne bom ya na ebre omka anga Ghana ni bi bete enti mo aya na mo se mo ba be bra wuo nso aya na mo so mpafe Mumsi munim ho onso yewe na mosere nyina propro because yagimudi a enye the animusia program so you don't address the issue.
Okay, but that's it.
Over my memfa last one over pato me ba. I need them just one last
okay, last one.
What can be blaming but just last
no
one last rebuttal.
Chairman,
tell me and this manifesto page report here. And a tearful nyina for eh want to be answer me mercy who tell me baby ye catch the Ghana for say a bar ye the 90 days be to galam say e do so watch them want me answer me misu who madozo ade ase met was be the man family anymore but want me answer any a tearful zu baby ye chere report say ye the 90 days and e be kwenti agaram say chere me
Ofa
okay
yeah Ghana Web 11 February 2025 for this Wofa Kofi or say expect a much smaller presidential staff than Akufo-Addo's 336. But Honorable Tiase was say we had 700 presidential staff.
Me say political appointees. No. So you see, there's a difference between
staff.
So allow him to write it down. Write it down. Writing is saying now they are coming. Please, we can't do the program like that. Allow him to finish.
He has to quote and quote me. If he misquote me, I take an offense. He has to quote me well.
He could have said all you are saying was wrong.
So
please keep quiet. Keep quiet. Your time is over. Please, your time is over. Allow him because please. We are not helping our listeners.
You even went ahead.
You are not
I take the rest.
No.
He chose not to talk. I am choosing to correct
No. It's a show. I can't interrupt
your show. You move on.
Allow him to speak.
You move on.
Allow him to make his submission.
That's okay, no problem.
Allow him to flow. Let's say about time. So what about time? Let me be a 1 minute. You can't do the program like that. Please.
You can't place a platform.
Why should I do like that?
Let's move on.
No, you can't do the program like that.
But you didn't question me when I said
why should I question you?
What's
let me interrupt. That's my idea.
The last time I
yes, you said that.
Now who that? I said
then my idea is also my.
Oh, do you want to control one?
No, I'm the person who can. No, sorry. So that everybody will see.
I want to do this. Don't worry.
That is why he's also.
Don't worry.
Oh, young people,
don't worry. So you can have the chance to.
No, let's see you another topic to discuss.
No problem. Let him move
that
on.
does not mean say Mama Wakasa 7 minutes.
Let him move on.
Or starting you at 2 minutes cry, I interrupt.
Me say,
so if you don't
kind.
Please also they are kind. Let me also just have no kind. So it's all interrupt.
I can't interrupt.
So Chairman,
we have a moderator. He's moderating the show for the sake of your viewers and listeners.
That's not how we do it.
We have been doing this for a very long time. It's here for the next 7 minutes. For Wofa Kofi and the kind, was it 336? He was here, honorable quoted 700. In fact, he went on to say, Mama has appointed only 30 presidential staffers. 30, which is a lie. Now, assuming without admitting, say Mama appointed presidential staffers 30 in Pukrana. Next, Akufo-Addo time said on some more working. Say no, was 700. Next, year to me budget at the 327 million Ghana cedis. It take care of the entire Jubilee House with 6 agencies. Next, we say we appointed 30 offer. Next, we the 2.7 billion. I go to Jubilee House as budgeted. A big crowd so. They are. Now what are you telling Ghanaians? You ain't musa there. Na kese bin president kakakre bi na gamudie. Na momu angusa no, momu di mo, a chen omo na omo do so no. Do mo who claim say no omo do so no. Does it make sense? It doesn't. Which at the end of the day, you are talking of electric vehicles and electric. We brought in electric buses to this country. It has nothing to do with electric whatever. The fact is, you cannot tell somebody say you don't take gifts more than 20,000. Now we work with your car. I wait more than that.
So general 20,000 declare.
Over. Yet he said in period. I didn't say man in fact or father that. No one's a common leeway. No, I can say, what's me for 20? Now 20 me chichim number the bar over. And then one. Some person may declare. It's not much chichim. It's be man to be more 20. And then the same bribe na mitua. It is sometimes when we are communicating, I think be on my mommy and can credit say on say be o mine here building. So on mine say ni maybe one is on my penny the bad said yeah said the near what be muna mokano. Sabe pepe. There was no need for this. Oh, they also won't pack attach anybody, and I'm not surprised to say same Dramani Muhammad Yebisa and say, have you taken bribe before? And I'll find yes, I know what I say. What's as a human being? So what I say, and in the chance you say, oh no, you cannot do with it. Corruption, no, or you cannot do with it without it. It is sanitary. Yemma leeway be near my point is intiminian maybe. Said the Bayer said, "Ye budget name on origin so I dear medical, the origin so I medical, and Jenima was on your bobo and was a fair bomb as a bit. Then he panano. It's over media maca, the Messiah Kabium. The NDC have done nothing. 120 days of what? Go and check electricity. Tariffs I want to buy 14.75. A good for the first 120 days. He reduced electricity for commercial 30%, households 15%. At that time, NDC parliamentarians fought us in parliament. Say I didn't think electricity prices so. If I say tariffs so. In this country, over and what page they call 14.75. So what I say, water what page 4.02. We say, yeah, more for a few gamblers we organ has here. Say, we say, I met bet. No, we be trying to bet nobody near better. How many people and organ has 7 price or mucha bet? And to what will be 10% betting tax into a mountain of flow. So what I say, I dare may you 1% electronic levy into a mountain of flow. 7 bread as a tax is we offer. So when you shoot service now you don't pay. You levy sanity. If you don't use the service, you don't pay. Now, say you be trying to bet. Next year to the 10%, go to other countries. They go and see. Maybe what percentage wise and pros are. It is on few gamblers watch 10%. Now, I feel about be charging the whole country. Households are all use power organ and offer. We be compare the number of a year. Now, about be 14.75%. We also consume 4%. We say why are there? Into 1 year, amount of platform 120 days are there. May betting tax free. How pathetic. Your predecessor, 30% reduction. That's what Ghanaians were expecting because when you were in opposition, you were preaching as if say Ghana and a hell. In fact, when you assume power, okay, say Ghana a crime scene. Simply because you think say anyama akoso anyone 120 days, you cleared almost all your former appointees. You do major court nyina, o clear omu nyina. Ofa, obi a obebrewu, oba awsom pafe. Oh, but we say with the corruption they won't pay. Now you appoint a general court. 7 presidents say a team establish a prima facie. At the general court, I buy a lawyer for a general yedi asem. Oh, buyer, we say any member or moon court to crabbium crab. Makela winina betrefi. I feel there was a opposition for them or more or more. Now 7 presidents are offer. And 120 days, say now promise Ghana for. Since now you will be a 7 presidents when you are bra. Uncle call for a general court to Momunya. Now you be back or near who's out there when you are now you buy a winning from oral to Oka. Operation clear all looters. And we clear all looters. I do my sons are appointed to various positions. Or Monco to us no more loot. Only judiciary in the 120 days a day, no see. And your cat hunter. You are hunting the CD. You offer any problem. Semran eye adwuma ye ni problem say be we na dey to me na ma wo enti say be say wade nyina ho kwan so nya nya na fatae say we predecessors on buy and what did they do so enti eno na ane akoda na twema mentwi eye mra de enti offer me say don't amani mahama first 120 days ne de eye medofo adaada me eye adanko daada dwe tricks no a yanka we ne anye we ye ka we a ne aye we so ka say bills be bro ba obesan LGBTQI+ offer plus very and so on offer by because say in opposition you were preaching say Akufo-Addo and am person obesan now the oba ya that bill you sign it ya de beto na video say yen hwehwem kakra yen say kakra Sam George Then when the campaign a pa or the boti MPP pa no say yen ye promote to serving predators homosexuality okromas entimu dem ba ya mu ye frio e dey na si bill na da ho ya sign over yentimi sign so ti ase enti some people dey so kwato se dikase e wi adua wadwen o se emre enti o tiachira na wo dey o ka dey ope ati se football o tiachira officer wona oni mbo edu nya park so na wo se agro na ne fo ko sign ne hwe ade enti sometimes any money bi on mo a ye trauma this for that ya kasasa John Dramani Mahama maka jo say o ye master of deception obetimi adada wa complete rabble rouser
right
so what you say o den safe fe fa wan no aka seem say oye bibi dia papa dia bo bet deep down on one gasa ni interest any here no any party
right honorable 1 minute
ofa ebio me san kan o ha say ye tena fidie so a ye kira de ofa wunim se bill bi ewo aban bi mre so na parliament ye hu adwuma ama no kopie president enim na sa ban term elapse under the law bill no elapse enti chairman say unim a me kire wanwumre say sa na mra na tie enti LGBTI kiwo asem a wo kan bra kufu ado ye ya wan san mra na monko share supreme court o cha mo ye de mo be ye no aban foforo ba ya na elapse o say san ko parliament bio ansa na sha ase emra no no nti wunni mra no chairman wunni mra no a wunni mra na asua akufu ado na wo delay LGBTIQ bill no a wa ma ya ansa nya dwom ama ye to aba wie ya aban sesan ya na dan ye who can corruption mu ka corruption gu man panyi John Dramani Mahama so to the sense na akufu ado na ye man panyi a wotimi report to former president say special prosecutor anhwe na sem so wo asema kisi ajabi am fa no de bae sa asem no na mo ka efa your friend say mo friend government official one no say kisi ajabi ka say o man panyi John Dramani Mahama ne ho son sa brobe enti say ne wo ka corruption no nkeka ho a na kire se bi adada no amoka na top nko fotum no eno na amoka of our last one the issue of a null prosecutor say emra anamebo
yeah
enti mi hu chairman ni problem a ewo ho na wo ka wo mo na ye corruptor na ye prosecutor wo ti mo an ka hwe Angela Cecilia Dapa anamebo ena se kan ofori attack America on person obeba enam kro ni wi am wi aga na ndi enti se back corruption dia mo ma ye kan ye nka mo ayire mu kura ye proye ni kanka ye ni dwiri mu ni kro no nti na Ghana fo to aba egiti am enti se ori ha se sa anyoma na ka unu se sa social contract no enya dia Ghana fo mo ye de o mo accept ye me last issue of I need him o se me se o man panyi John Dramani Mahama so ye ni pa ye 30 na ya allocate 2.7 billion e bio e ho na wo follow short chairman dem make a choice say me catch now what has to say political appointees o me different from presidential staffers me can't political appointees are me can't presidential staffers so to speak and other politically appointed persons
okay right
any civil servants e wo ho nyina enti wunnim se cost center po no se ye budget na civil servant of flat house no the domestic nyina le ko
ye ta ne bi no
wunnim sika bi
ye ta ne bi no MPP ta na civil servant
my brother
stop the deception
tell me 1 minute 1 minute
over order of onya deception no say we all know ye cap presidential staffers, ye cap presidential appointees, omo Jubilee House, and as office of the president, we all know. Ye time I did as many as 6 agencies under the office of the president. I'm telling you, say 327 million Ghana cedis. Or could you talk block a press conference? Say too much. Say been president, Ghana Sikana Sebi, ye. And then you come in and then you wanna always say, I don't understand. Was it if more? Let's divide that. And where the MZ less. Where the offer. Where the omo the oni paka krebi who they assume that meeting so musa krano. How come you are spending this much? And now you are telling us say information service department omunya salary I feel the information minister office. Of I find a person civil servant public servant salary more. So what I say? I confirm information minister office. It's at the end of the day, one more creative, and I'm appointing a whole lot of go just say, my betu sika, because a good for the open when you have oja $8.9 billion. It's a two sika and yendi. And I'm watching the
That's
movie.
it. I was here for the punch. You made the NR here or Kessben television. So we have a multi TV code and so our DSTV channel 364, Go TV channel 12, and Facebook Live on Super Kessben television. We have also. My message got crap. Now for you, me have come to do boy here no crab na for Breno AATI. Of our good evening, please. What President Mahama is doing is a threat to Ghana's democracy, and please. Ghanaians need to rise up to oppose such unconstitutional rule. Okay, maybe a judge just wants to come, but I don't kind of topic on it. Why? To make your comment be part of what we are discussing. Masadu from Mantima, delivering on campaign pledges is a basic duty of any government and should not be considered an extraordinary achievement. But Mohammed's 120 days in office was all about incompetence and the unlawful termination of appointment, resetting Ghana agenda indeed. Greetings to Chairman Wofa Kofi Appiah. Okay, this one is coming from King David Fiyase. Say the first 120 days of NPP-led, NDC-led government by JM, I rate his performance 6/10 because though the dollar is stabilized, but it hasn't taken effect in the citizens' pocket because goods prices are skyrocketing and his dealings with teachers' recruitment is very abysmal. But offer, you people are taking journalism to different level. With you, we can say radio is to inform, educate, entertain. You are very intelligent, but that's it. Good evening, Wofa Kofi Appiah. Now, Dumso at Ahidema Kokobin became serious. Dumso again. Nyante Chiwa. Okay. Hello, good evening, Wofa. I'm watching you live from Senegal. My name is John Ato Asan. I'm really enjoying your program. In fact, you are very fair on your program. This MPP, when we follow them, Ghana will collapse totally. Whether they like it or not, resetting Ghana agenda is all the way. Also, me a fair. If you see me a fair crowd. Good evening. Ubiwa, he's not listening to what I'm saying. Somebody is not listening to the program. Ubia freno akebi bia chene say me harase Ubiwa. The pakro obo ni din kranye ni panete ha. Mean that they are not listening. And Ubia fro Ubia catch and say I'm harassing somebody. The background bone this me harassing him. He's not even on my panel. You see how the program is. I'll mention the person's name. I'll mention. Or say, why are you harassing? Because that person is not here. Or say, why are you harassing this person like that? Meet me that show later. We are the bachelor. Your power and bachelor. The power and the bachelor. The person is not listening. And what will be saying me harassing or program or so. Meanwhile, that person is not here. I'm not harassing anybody. Good evening. I will give John Mahama 80%, and this is an example of a good governance. Charles Prince, Unite, West Chira, and all the way free Eba. Okay, good evening to you of your August panel. There is one question I would like to ask. Is Dumso back? NDC should stop the lamentation and fix the economy. Father Escape from Kenya, Kumasi. Hi, good evening. During the campaign of President Mahama, he proposed to sign the LGBTQ plus within 120 days, but nothing was delivered from him on his speech. He also didn't talk about the increase of 14.77 legislative bill. Alfred Gosso, he robbed Peter to pay Paul. I don't remember so can say within 120 days. Also when he comes, he will sign it. But one can say 120 days. Frank Frimpong, Alpha Bimbo, as Santiago offer good evening to you all. For the political party in Ghana should come together and work together as Christian country. For my pleading to all assembly members in South municipals that they should cast their vote 100% for Honorable Evans Amochumesi for MC South Municipal. Okay. Teacher Kujo from Tepa Enyinasuso. The only thing President Mama has done in 120 days in office is buy sanitary pads for school girls, which is a discriminatory policy. In the past, government was using taxpayer money to educate Ghanaian children, and Mahama, then in opposition, saw that as a waste of money. What about buying sanitary pads? Is that saving or profitable for the taxpayer? Greetings to Chairman Wofa Kofi Appiah. Master Planner Junior from Kintampo. The NDC communicator doesn't even know the number of promises made by the president. He said 25, but it is rather 26. How then can he explain it for our understanding? The 120 days of President Mahama is worst 120 days of governance in the history of Ghana. Most of the promises can even be achieved by girls private in SHS. Oh, how difficult it to appoint your cabinet minister, you already know in 14 days. Organized education forum, economic forum, these are not achievements. Those that will bring change in the lives of people, like free academic facility user fee for level 100, abolish taxes on vehicles, repeal of LI 2464, etc. You couldn't do one. Okay, message, you know what? Good evening, host. Please tell NDC my issue. Tell us the state of electricity in Ghana. And giving government 32%. Ahmed Kintampo. Good evening, Wofa. Please, Mahama has done very well in 120 days. I score him 90% from Rashid Asokore Zongo. Wofa, MPP will cry and cry, but nothing will come. We, the Ghanaians, will not listen to them. They came to power without posting any graduate person. Biafra. Leave them alone. My name is Danso from Konongo. Kobi from Elembele. NDC stop the hypocrite blaming game. Mama said it will stop Galamsey within 120 days in office. You abolish double track SHS. Where from the increase in electricity? Cement price is 125. It's kinking now 1 cedi as he promised. Mama is giving pass to SHS ladies. What about the boys? Because they are all benefits of a Kufado free SHS. NDC and hypocrite. Yeah. Okay. Chief Soso from Adanse Fomana told President Mahama can trickle himself and laugh that he had brought heaven down within 120 days. Has he forgotten the Ghanaians were promised 24-hour economy, stoppage of Galamsey and Women's Bank, but none of them have been fulfilled. President Mahama should give us a break. Greetings to Chairman Wofa Kofi Appiah, Kuka. Mr. House, let me remind you, some of the Ghanaians regretted voting against MPP because NDC cannot reset this country until Judgment Day. Ghanaians say everything is increased under JDM. Now, one ball of kinke is 5 cedis, full of tilapia is 50 cedis. Hey, tilapia, they don't know. Especially cement price is going up. Light bill 14.75, water bill 4.02, while Ghanaians are suffering. And at 120 days, no any improvement from John Mahama and NDC. Kojo Sumaila and all the way and Ebaye. Baroski from Esisiriwa. Members of the MPP media patrons, I rate President Mahama 120 days in office 2/10. Wow. Because promised to stop Galamsey, but now Galamsey is out of hands. Doom so has been increased since he assumed office. 2/10. We are lecturer Timbenio. Going on, ask the NC man that whether the 2.7 billion to presidential staffers was true or not, and then why is Mahama always receiving cars as gift only when he is president? George from Hebron, not way free Ebaye. Please, Mr. Host, ask the NDC man which African president go around to throw up and down women part in public. Oh my goodness! But the NDC guy is not helping the program. The guy shouldn't be there again. Oh, why? The program is a mature one and it should, okay. Sometimes we agree to disagree. And then my agree here there. Mr. Host, I don't understand the reason why NDC is doing this. George Takrade. President Mahama using 30 workers with 2.7 billion budget at the Jubilee House and another 700 workers with 327 million cedis. And why should communication industry take pay from the Jubilee House? Good evening, Uncle Kofi. 120 days in GM administration, nothing new has happened in Ghana. Kingdom from Ashtown. Kojo Bwedi from Umeo Bodmase. Good evening to Nana Bombay Bodmase. President Mahama's 120 days moving Ghana forward than someone's 8 years. MPP party, are you serious? I don't think you are serious. If you're serious, you will not allow Afinimaken to still be your minority leader. He is killing your party with propaganda. The NDC is only known for their very remarkable achievement in their 120 days. But good evening, Mr. Host. I'm Seidu from Bono East. So MPP will be doing this kind of unnecessary propaganda for 50 years and over. Then they have a lot to do, pa. Okay. Also, pay contact. Okay. Why is a Ghana Bar Association MPP party when Anado removes Charlotte? Okay. we're not talking about that this evening. If I ask the MPP man to answer me, has Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Hamas war ended? So why do they want to come back to power? Could be from a Saint Press. So, good evening to you and your esteemed panel. I'm enjoying your show and I entreat all the assembly members. Okay, Obey campaign this year. Okay, tell the MPP that Dumso was there even before election. Their propaganda won't work. Opposition till 1900. MG Evra from Manso and Quanta. Mr. Host, now NDC is crying that MPP is spreading lies against them. But you, NDC, generated your own lies against MPP until Ghanaians see MPP as a wicked party. What goes around comes around. Paul Amihe from Aboso. Last one. Now, Mapa, the second round. John Mensa organized the MPP Cote d'Ivoire branch. Mr. President Mahama and NDC. Dumso is coming back for 2025. Ghanaians see NDC government with Dumso. Okay. I'm in Fensia, a brilliant Cassie sign, me to answer a message in a big gumbi, me more fan cheme, in your bra, about a second round, no, Namasa can you. Right. You're bare 27 minutes. The first topic na yebrepa. Ora Cabra Edubuahe. One another National Signals Bureau ano. Na ya chino. Penifo sikabe 49 million. Pepemedia 9 crombi. Ya fan santem. Bua allegedly be account. Then a great. This kind of baby. And Ra, or the Sibia Betuga, yeah, next Saka craft and the or they are coming Attorney General say, Sir, must say, National Security is a year. Then so here, will be near Maswa my M1 Ghana. Now, let's know their banner, Sicano, Parliamentary Committee on Defense, Subsidiary Legislation, Opposition Party, and then same Bray and at Omo. Chamai, and some already air king. What do you have to say?
Of a method of CBM. Quite frankly, anything involving Sibia Obi, for my Sikadia, I don't condone. And said the American, I see he who alleges must prove. And to do boy in some by, and say, Eura Dominica Yini, the Batu, just say, Papano, Sikabise in our fan and some. We or Sanka said the man is still under investigation. Then I was wondering, no, we are in some movie out there, but you just say, dear, why here and some bachelor. And the children says, Papa, you, you're a Dominican. Now, I did not, and the coffee Papano, and then the question, if I say, about could be a reminder. Over signals, no, it has to do with intelligence. And you may be a Sabia Bibiana, Yadituja. Eti Papa no Juma or Yano, Sikasemo, a Bermuno, say pressure banner so Nabia, Sabi, ye Treno, Estrania Basadia, not to say so, so Casa. Me, I'm happy because Sabi prayed as I say, more Juma, let's say Juma no say, over your your oath of allegiance, your oath of secrecy. You might be a say of a course of the Juma, that be a supply controller. Oath of secrecy, and in Bibiana need to be revealed. It's an ultimate home. But say a 2 year didn't say your papa. I buying Yadina Gujina court. Now, Yadina corner, your train is near Basadia, and you're now who be here say, on also Obekadi, you will be a quiet fire, so be a Sicano, a mobile dino, say, ye dino, and I just best no. And it is surprising. Say, we Ghanaians in Yanan Bayadu say, we never knew, say. Sunday was to be a Timiko opposition party. And Papa Nabudi, the corporate, was the president elect, 8. Papa Natudin, the eco parliamentary committees. And I'm wondering, say, a sanitary that, and I say, be on any person or any side here. And then I say, a Mrano Mahoquine, so where they are. And then I mean, what the country say, be a train, and but name was a new side here. And then, maybe I'm running and I said it too. But so far, only Obufor, so you so very well do a child go here. Maybe the Yemu is a papa way. And Yama was started to do dinner. Now, 7 1 here over. I walk away to say, I know the Nebia. Because no man then to me, I should send this for club, and then to that said, ABS, it can't be a quantity for Abba president elect. Of our president elector, Sabi any the president, I to Abamano. 8. enti ofasi ye osika bia say be free signals me dem nim say be Ghana sika de aka bia aka nyina consolidated fund na ka bia we this best we kwa na mo nim say sika bi timi free signals unit or timi ko opposition party ho. But say that if that has been the practice, I am running my whole kwan there. And then I mean what the coach said about the coach number anymore. But I'm running my whole kwan there. And then I said the engineer say engineer sikano. Ghana engineer sikano. And yena baby I say I'm running down. I say I didn't too. Say I can say MPP near party. Say be producer say no credit say what the omani chrono wabo omani chrono the omani dreamer. Na say do coach na court wa. MPP in Kessben because of wunti say Parliament cry on court said the anyone mandisi for can. No. Say they are to force a good job. They want Kofi good job. I know my boy got to Parliament. They cry Parliament cry because they do be a good job. MPP will not do that because ye honor ye perceive be a fine. It is a cabna. Edi says Sikanoa. Say be brothers are more shame. Name one of study on Ghana Mraz. Yes, I crime be a bill about there. Any offer. Your money be na. Yem ko so any when nsem se ebono a ho so
general say or interfere with nipa bia or mo be di dance interrogation ti na okosre 1 week e de man no
well say be president say me ye wa high court to class say investigators in we ya mo ti make judge say bia ya remand you but offer nipa na wo ka say yem fa nkosi no or interfere with what attorney general before we dey won say wo betu do enti na wo ni hwe. We show so what gather evidence in na we press conference and abo papa idin ebo na yidin say dwumadi a dwuru mumadi o mani ni allegedly uwie na ostaka say egusu we hwe nsem na say na wunye ready then why then did you come out enti ene ya wa me aso ni mu de me show say obi bia wo hia bia wo saka enti ofa say me pedansa emra no so say case bia say bi obi boni bia obi di bia no wo ho kwan say yitimi ma obi. It's a danger papa ni be no matter now evidence I wagada no umfa ni ko gina court no so prepare no so the defense no so farmer ene hwedi e tuto to dwai nti ye betimi ato aso akose ya ofa me de me hu ni say papa na sem no say bi NDC fo anan susu say omudi bebem omo anan susu no munim say sika ni nyina e bi kura papa no e bia MPP fo na say bi ye dis kana ma ye na say bi ye dia campaign kura me de minim. But and then you say there's an amount of money over 8 million a core opposition party. Not to talk of their core presidential aid, president-elect aid. Not to talk of their core parliament to pay committees.
I
don't think it's say. Obetimi a said that now say mama said that anke Kessben veni over there's a document to that effect.
Okay,
so when I mention I think say we don't know say be ohun say na so they say be yeda ko gina be me dey mintimi ka say kontopo no twa and I mintimi ka say no no ka that is why there's a court of law.
No, but sometimes what the document remember say why a payment be but say o catch Ghana for say this man was paid to the president elector in the first place unyakra may president authority be no wo so a nti ema I shall say you treat be manual what the justification
of minimum operations are during election year. So you go home say be during election year when it comes to intelligence guided and signals now minimum the omoya de boa all political parties.
Okay,
so they mention and you know and I'm says if that has been the practice all this while then they say be enti me holding response but say any practice e wo ho no na say be ono ni pain sui and ofi say we ye ntwa sika bi ne emfamoa emfamo opposition party there na say e bia there's no precedent to that effect and then you have questions to answer but say idea e ho e bia ndisi aban wo so no e bi kro mo so ye bi e de ma then opposition party there then offer say be untimi enso no ngon ni mu. In time, because there are practices within unity of a you and I say be how they do it. But for him to finger, say what is come opposition party aid, parliament, skako if you honor so parliament, and made you to committee members for passing a bill. So the imagine dear necessary of a cause for further investigation to ascertain say or no your canon. no krewum and answer no krenim. That doesn't mean say we should hold the man. Sebi, yemfa no to afia, yemfa no che aban kuku mi sa akopin time ya be sa hwemu ni. Leave the man. President no and answer I know all the necessary avenues, all the resources. Obetim they are investigating, official out whatever truth be o bia. Say a bon on kwa dey offer, yentra has any defend it. Yentra any defend it. But say any sounds on the tear there, any then, your man for enfant for hundie. Near Famano, no subject, on your contrary.
That's it. Right, that's it. Honorable.
Over. Answer na make us when Mammy can answer me. Normally I am responding to callers in your more actual margin because almost I don't know much. But we are buying policy to measure 1 minute number at church. Papa be a friend or then on no furniture man cook.
Yeah.
What can't seem be for sanitary pad distribution. Essentially,
no,
yes, no, sir. I can't.
Also, he's not here to respond to it.
No.
Let's be fair. I know that the message in the buy. The background of Chiano.
Okay, so let me explain. I'm explaining the issue generally.
Yeah, just 30 seconds.
Yes, of the 18 and say research be a course watch. Ye nuanom ma bi o muko school Ghana ha emredu o mubu o monsa sebe de o mudi siesi o mu aye dinti o muntimi ye nko school no mutifie
yes I discuss it now we are politics
no education watch ya
no but you have time you have
ni nyina na aban afa ho adwene se sa ma
yes I good let us go
the afibia ye ma ye nuanom ma no 2 million
normally
sanitary pass normally I
good let us go
2 million sanitary pass enya dia yard money, but of course, you say in the past, MPP for us, but
let us move.
Okay. I still insist, say, Flags are found 2.7 billion beyond Koha, the pure Mukas answer.
Let us go.
Money offer. What is that, Chairman? Air cannon seminal on Timmy Shedder and Kenzie soup buying. Oh, say a chino dear, and ye say, chino dear, and but the young wines are
allegations, so I can't.
Yeah, Mr. One some now can it you for a more money on yarding. And
allegation.
Oh yeah,
because against somebody. I cannot.
Yeah, listen. Okay.
Me how back when he say hamimpo. Lawyer Tachia. Papa we wan hwe ya obeme de natum. Me ni lawyer Tachia. Offenses na e de abo papa we no. Say eche no obekom 25 years. Appropriation. Oni nsem rani mo no. Say young convict wa yen kan stealing, you can appropriation. Enti there appropriation ne on keka woni nyina no. Wo ka charges ni nyina bo ma 11 of them e china. One kokro be ko 25 years. Me ni attaching a. But this time ka me dwene ho kwan me fa so a me reduce ni sentence no.
Also your lawyer.
Oh yeah, me say yeah, me ni ono a. So you see, sa de ya kwa bena dubu ahen de abai. Enye nyoma these things are not able to exculpate him from they are not able to yes, they are not able to exculpate him from the crimes he is alleged to have committed. Free ni boni a why they can serve as defense. Now him over the Americans and say over Attorney General and charge sheet no offenses no a ye dey gu MPP ni kese ye pa ye friend you redubu ahen ni sika ye say afa ne say 49 million Ghana cedis no. Nyina happened between January and March 2020. January and March 2020. And the offenses ni nyina any kohwe January and March 2020.
In year 2024 asem kra.
Debi. O hwe charge sheet no ne offenses ni nyina January to March 2020. The woman in an says, as you got 49 million Ghana cedis here. Yes, say, or didn't sake can, a biacodin horn in a Irene bank in Ina no account home. The Etienne in say, campaign and I say, a buying agency, your friend Bureau of National Communications. One and or dano. What that Bureau of National Communications, I don't know. And what company beer, your friend Bureau of National Communications Limited. Enti Abayeduma Bureau of National Communication no dano. And on any Irasan could be a company, I have Bureau of National Communications Limited.
Din yɛ mo de yie.
National signal.
Dabi offer me ba.
Na yɛ adwuma ba adwuma
Offer. Mo nyina ho ansa. First no na adwuma no yɛ National Communications Bureau.
That for now.
Into 2020 ɛna Security and Intelligence Act no mo amend no. Ɛna ebenya din ne National Signals Bureau. But also what I say. Enti aban sika e was a call SWAL Bureau of National Communications in hon. Now no wa pe ko bi so transfer the
Allegedly.
Okay, allegedly. Wa pe ko bi so transfer the Akwakogu Bureau of National Communications Limited no account. Sa sika ni kogu sa account ni mu a na wa ye transfer ana payments ama companies bi a wo mu sisi adan a eye one na yere ne dia e free company no Mayfair Limited. And this can free aban account to na akogu on one person account to na akogu Mayfair mu no dey atoto adan bebre o he attorney general no charge sheet no ne the trace of the transaction no a say na asem ni nyina eye dey eka ni sa anti call do e dey born ne say sebe allegedly wawia sika eye aban dia na no ba be kire mu say sa sika na mo se mawia no midibi kwa ha say dey chairman no can. But so obi a mekasa ma NDC me ye NDC ni minim pepe say won first ka bia ma NDC for ho chairman ya atro kese kura say obi a oda say adwuma na no o se ye campaign abe 2024 ana what the sikani be ma president elect meanwhile sorry ye can between January to March.
Yes, there is a disconnection.
Number one, number two. Sa account now will be ya opportunity National Communications Bureau Limited, no. Ogu account no 2023.
Okay.
Even before the 2024 general elections. And this annual meya what nyina ya nyoma. Broni be friend no afterthought. Ya we kan itwi say what da adwene ho ahunu say no baby amaduru no. Emrani mi bedi meko ahonyehia ne ahokyire mu nti mimpe bibi na menka nti na me say ne lawyer no wan hwe obehu an na ne client ne dem because san you mean o ko hwe the Criminal and Other Offences Act 29 about defenses e fast stealing ne ho nkeka ho a de wo kan nyina nya de bia betumi atwaage no eye sa akro no we allegedly Keta se kankan ya ni pra ni dwiri mu nti na ma panyi John Damani mama ka say Ghana ye crime scene and bebre wo ho a eba national service de no enche eno so beba national cathedral de no eno so mpanifo hwemu eno so ebeba ene akro no sem bebre a na na kufu ade ne ba mi ambre so MPP aban we bo Ghana fo enti chairman sa de we ni se mo ka bi because nko afo ni bi kura mate se ebini mu ka se Akwawe wanya ndisi ni bi wanya MPP ni omo say na kwabena dubu wanya MPP ni because I had the same mumu bi kura no mu betumi ya defend this very important matter. No, me nka ma say mo mumu bebre mo distance mu afira brand no enti dia o keka na wasi okoma bi na your friend is a offer assuming without admitting say okoma omu bi but I did a kata court on the friend Aveime ni
woodland cotton rice no?
Yes, rice ni hon keka ho no ade ba kwa court no ko e kan ni say won ti ase say adwumakuo bi ti say GMPC watu anamo na wakoye investment in other areas a court no feel say enye court ono ankasa ni bi ni say ofasa o kai sase na papa we was here in the parliamentary committee bro mo pass National Intelligence Act and now over 960,000 Ghana cedis. E koma hom. Na se wo ye di eti amra eno no etimi twaju.
Eti na me busa say
eno na ebeze eno no sa suban no ebeze etimi chese wo di cobra abo ma na say ono na say say also no otua some members na
the convention mo ye on say ye tafti say committee bi ana say bill bi koya on say vetting committee kure ho asem ba say kakra bi ye dey efefe fa ase the various ministries, departments and agencies.
What can cry? What can't say? Why is so comfortable? I can't cry. Say opposition party cry. And now on my opposition party, this guys who move to Abaya or no down or worry na.
We are not part of the national security.
Let me catch that with every energy in me. Say it has never been the norm in Ghana.
Okay.
Martina Abemuda, it has never been the norm. Say national security and I said me could be at this Abekwa opposition force because I'm on fire campaign and for me to abide.
A collation of results.
Now collection of results. MPP about the quality of results, mine. No, for MPP for up to now. Time I'm moment me collecting results.
Okay. Chairman, I shall also now what in Kano. Friends, honorable Chairman. We'll find out in 3 minutes. Time a 3 minutes.
Wakaka date. Or this Kano.
Honorable say charges here. They are on the 2020 asem.
Offer expenses are here from 2020.
Or the 2020.
Yeah, what if 2020?
Okay. There's a table.
It captures from 2020 up to 2024.
And I make a choice.
So it is here. And it falls within. And it amount of money every unit, including vehicles.
Yeah.
So it is petrol, land cruisers. So it is. Then it tells you that idea may be a core agent or last year was special aid to the president-elect.
Oh, no, near mine.
Now, one special aid to the president. One the ways on the offer. So invariably, I didn't know my son make an offer signals. No, I was because a intelligent unit. So information gathering, ensuring everybody are supposed to pick it first. So Ghana by acting anyway in terms of security. Signals unit, Oko barracks be a or more your signals unit.
You are a former military officer. How does Sani Mano? All we know is so here defense ministry or budget a crown. Yeah, not discuss it. Indeed, in Bebo actual classified.
Exactly. And some just say, he's under oath. Your oath of secrecy. Okay. Oath of allegiance. Oath of secrecy, you cannot break it even when you are not out of service. Say I'm a retired British. Oath of secrecy. What I know. No, you are not allowed.
My classmate be an US Army. He say free.
Retired.
But he will tell you say call Afghanistan. I didn't be paying no Augusano.
There be offer. Yeah, whatever happens on the mile stays on the mile.
I see.
And you now Obeka. Into that man, no, more or less, he wants to keep certain things. But if you keep pushing, let's say I feel so that is
why full disclosure.
Right?
The law also allows that. Because do baby there. Okay, can you maybe? If we are say classified, how do we know say the all can you occur? It's only the attorney general who can go to court for a full disclosure. Yeah, you be an in camera or say
exactly. Because we are talking about the security of the state. Yeah, when you be brave, you and I, we are not supposed to know. So what I say, until the man is trying as much as possible not to talk. But the way I say, harassing the way he's being criticized here and there, some ebimpo can say, oh, wadi. So what I say, if you push a man to the wall, if you don't take care, and Yama or Bekano, where they were listed, but there are other things. I mean, sure, say Onanga said, when said there are certain information he needs to hold it back. Said the Bayer said in the case said the regional court, a horse said, okay, I told you, Echo Jimmy Koje, sign a man, but there's for son there, and you best spell whatever. Maybe tell me that per my training, I know that never be on my you don't talk about it. It's because I say a normal practice. As a sensitive government, I hear the
so here in the statement now, I'll say I have tried to withhold classified information from my interrogators, but I deem it prudent to inform your good office that in light of the current developments, we run the risk of public disclosure of the following national security and intelligence.
Yes.
Is it a note of warning?
Yes.
And now the room so I be Ghana children.
Uba military, you be said, "Bia, Makoye be na bia." Kessben, unquire single out. Unquire said, "Bia, the charges back." You should tell me, you don't have to hang him out to dry. So no, you don't have to hang him or colleague out to dry. You just say, my friend go down. Say, "Yendo so no." As if you say, "Be on corner or not." Some of them you should do everything possible to ensure, say. A command, he works under command. Who is this man? He works under command. Say authorization, Maya, he cannot act.
Okay.
And we are talking of signals, intelligence, any information gathering. A whole crowd bonus says, when you're a smart person, they won't put you there. Because there are people who wanted to go there, but your score, be a score. Exams, if you score one score that marker, you don't qualify to work in the signals unit.
Okay.
It's a mess track Ghana for say, Yenya would trade.
Okay.
Na Yenya with papa. Na say, no crosses, say be a papa no, where dig a dream dear. Never be a man on near enough.
Yeah, you go so. They ask me by and you're trained.
Honorable. Chairman, you power dear Sabiani, Dr. Heine. Obi anim Dr. Dominic Heine.
A plus are down for.
Onye ni nyoma basa. Yenim senior Dr. Heine energy. Over. I didn't see it. 2020, never say abani Israeli company bi. Eye dwumadi no supply security equipment emagana buy. Say sika na be PM na papa or transfer eye dey egu na account. What you say? Endi chairman side defense na mu defend papa.
No.
Enya dia mpacho meba. Enya dia ebefa. Emfa. The fact of the matter ni say send me di kan chire mu no. Sa contractor oni ye ni Egyptian government ni san ye di equipment ne ba no. Sika na nka wo say eko nyina no kra na wi ase anko. But of you see, the chairman kind of information. Okokan article 135 1992 constitutional. Supreme Court to me, force will be say on for documents. Dimrani ready. Entina me say, in the lawyer no, the oil and Buana Monaco them.
Before they do, they consider the state of security.
Say,
it may affect your mind security.
Chairman Yabotre. At the end, security, any idea. Over the papa, the soft side of security. The hard side, soldier for the any police for the very soft.
That is the most important.
No, make soft. Make say important. Make hard and soft. As in hardware, and software. Make say important. That's the point I'm making. So, clearly, Papa no means I'm now working on it. And you know, correct. You want a chat. Yano. My final issue on this matter, I just don't even want to send it. The American answer on my penny to undermine mama buying. 120 days were born money. Of a minute, as I say, and another coup for the more time. Come for hard, Yanaka 75,000. No, me promise some top. Yanaka 75,000 Ghana. And then you know, had your mutual assisted 2,000 Ghana. So and then send your economy is all of a sudden. And your man, Central Bank, I am my Sika. And it's any to gold baby and a gold board
and the reflection.
All of a sudden, you
don't bring gold money.
But you know something because
one gets our bank. 3 years. I buy has government 3 years. Oh, 2.5 tons of gold. And
More excuse
over 30 tons. Over 30 tons.
All the other major trading currencies.
And ever
from. Right. That was your
all the other currencies.
And I did Jumedino SC and 24 years out on camp. Ya enom di Juma and anyway, Honorable Appiah or a former DC or CDC no uncle Bion to Uncle Cry, Honorable Ambrose Appiah say we are front to us or Sama NDC and I've a chairman and team Chumesi Kwekwe friend NTK do Joshua NTK Ventures or a former vice chairperson man NPP Amanyuko no Malambia and a Boba Simiano Maye made in Kofi Appiah yes sorry so and I'm was Yamian watching and in share March Jumedino so na ensemo akani na emfa emremo yakramo